Hello and welcome to Tea and New Book Tuesday. I'm Lisa. I'll be your librarian today. Today we're going to go over April's hits. So we are already talking about April, even though it's the beginning-ish of March. Yeah, it's still the beginning of March. It's only the 8th. So the hottest books that are coming out in April, so that you can put them on hold before they even arrive. Many of them will be ready to be checked out on the release date, so I'm also going to give you the release dates and all sorts of good stuff like that. How's everybody's Tuesday? Mine's going pretty well. I slept like 10 whole hours, like a person who sleeps when they're tired, which is a completely bizarre concept. I feel good. Things are going well. I've got new shoes. They don't hurt too much because sometimes new shoes hurt. So as long as I don't burn myself, I'll be fine. Because as we know, that's happened before. I am drinking my Tazo. Wait, I saved the little thing. Does anybody else do this? You save when you get your tea and you put it in the cup. Get the little bag. And you've got the little paper. I'm having the Tazo Juniper Mint Honey, which is becoming one of my favorites. And then I do this, so I can smell it, which is so nice. Oh, because this one smells like mint and honey. It's a very relaxing smell. I don't know what the juniper berries are, but they're lovely, and I enjoy drinking tea that is flavored by them. So that's today's tea. What else? I'm alive. I'm live, which is always nice. Oh, I didn't tell you things. I didn't do slides for you. I don't know what's up with that. Other than I feel good and that has distracted me. Total nonsense. We are doing the giveaway as always. I have 4 books to give away and there are 2 leftovers on the giveaway sheet, which is live now if you'd like to go and look at that. And we're going to talk about April hits, just like I said we would. I'm reading Emma. Has it been 2 weeks? It's been 2 weeks since the last Tea and New Book Tuesday. And in that time, I've been reading Emma by Jane Austen. As I said, I thought I was going to, because I'm still going through all of Jane Austen. And I'm enjoying it very much, as naturally I would, because it's a masterpiece. So, let's go ahead and get into your favorite part of Tea and New Book Tuesday, and mine, the giveaway. All right, I got some good stuff for today. I have couple of thrillers and a couple of nonfiction. So starting off with Notes on an Execution by Dania Kukafka. This is described as a gripping and atmospheric work of literary suspense that deconstructs the story of a serial killer on death row, told primarily through the eyes of the women in his life, from the best-selling author of Girl in Snow. So that's Notes on an Execution. If you want to enter the giveaway, as always, you're going to click on the link that's in the description of this video and tell me how to contact you and then pick out which one you want to enter for. There's also leftover books, as always. Books that didn't get claimed last 2 weeks ago. Okay, The Maid. This is another fiction by Nita Prose. This one's also a mystery. Molly Gray is a charmingly eccentric hotel maid, efficient and impeccable at her job. But when a guest turns up dead in one of her suites, she must navigate a dangerous web of deceit and lies to solve a disturbing mystery in this utterly original debut. So that looks interesting. Got The Maid. And my 2 nonfiction. These were actually sent to me by the publisher, which is a surprise. I didn't know I was getting enough attention to actually get books from publishers. But this one is Accepted, The Secrets to Gaining Admission to the World's Top Universities by Jamie Beaton. It is exactly what it says it is, so I'm not going to go into a long description. But if you are at a stage where either you or someone in your life is thinking of college and thinking of going to one of an especially competitive college, then this may be a good one to enter for, to get for free. So that's Accepted, Secrets to Gaining Admission to the World's Top Universities. And our final book is another nonfiction sent to me, The Age of AI and Our Human Future by Henry Kissinger, Eric Schmidt, and Daniel Houtenlocher. No idea. Houtenlocher? The Age of AI is upon us. That sounds foreboding. 3 leading thinkers have come together to consider what it means, and they have concluded that it is changing nearly everything about how humans navigate the world. Which should be interesting. So if you want some futurism, then Age of AI. If you want any of them, as always, get onto that link to the Google form. Tell me how to contact you. Pick out which one you want the most. And then any leftovers you'd also like. I will give out the winner, or I'll raffle the winner tomorrow around this time. Welcome back to Tea and New Book Tuesday. The internet problems cannot hold us back. We are here. Don't you appreciate that I introduced a book that I am not putting on camera again because I'm suspicious? Suspicious? No. Superstitious. The Age of AI. I introduced that book, and then, boom, no more internet. Because, of course. So yesterday was weird, and now it's over, and we're glad about that. But we can finally talk about April's hits, like I promised. And the new tea is the Sprite, because it came with my lunch. So, that's how today's gonna go. It's gonna be weird. It's fine. Weird is what I have to give. So, let's get into this. Starting with The Younger Wife by Sally Hepworth. Maybe that's her name. I don't know. Anyway, the heart surgeon at the top of his field, Stephen Aston, is getting married again. But first he must divorce his current wife, even though she can no longer speak for herself. Tully and Rachel Aston look upon their father's fiancée, Heather, as nothing but an interloper. Heather is younger than both of them. Clearly, she's after their father's money. With their mother in a precarious position, Tully and Rachel are determined to get to the truth about their family's secrets, the new wife closing in, and who their father really is. Heather has secrets of her own. Will getting to the truth unleash the most dangerous impulses in all of them? We are buying the book, we are buying the audiobook of this book, and we are also buying the large print. All 3 are in the catalog if you want to put one on hold. The Younger Wife by Sally Hepworth comes out April 5th. The giveaway, by the way, is still live and will remain live until 11:30. So you still have a chance to get on there. I'm not going to hold up the books because, again, one of them is evil. They really... Don't tell them, but the computers are coming for us. Is that too conspiracy theory for everybody? They're probably not. The truth is, all they bring into our lives is some convenience and lots of chaos. So if we're being honest, and I did not hit start recording. Oh, fine. I'll get it off of Facebook. It's fine. Everything's gone wrong, and I give up. So, moving on to the next book, which you can't see because I didn't hit the thing. I'm telling you, man, this week, it's already shaping up to be just madness. Okay. Sea of Tranquility. This is by the same author who did Station 11, which is now a limited series on some streaming something somewhere. And is apparently very good, and I haven't gotten a chance to watch, but I've heard is interesting. So anyway, that was Emily St. John Mandel's debut novel, and Sea of Tranquility is book number 2. The plot is thus. Edwin St. Andrew is 18 years old when he crosses the Atlantic by steamship, exiled from polite society following an ill-conceived diatribe at a dinner party. He enters the forest, spellbound by the beauty of the Canadian wilderness, and suddenly hears the notes of a violin echoing in an airship terminal, an experience that shocks him to his core. 2 centuries later, a famous writer named Olive Llewellyn is on a book tour. She's traveling all over Earth, but her home is the Second Moon Colony, a place of white stone, spired towers, and artificial beauty. When the text of Olive's best-selling pandemic novel lies a strange passage. A man plays his violin for change in the echoing corridor of an airship terminal as the trees of a forest rise around him. When Gaspard Jacques Roberts, a detective in the Night City, is hired to investigate an anomaly in the North American wilderness, he uncovers a series of lives upended. The exiled son of an earl driven to madness, a writer trapped far from home as a pandemic ravages Earth, and a childhood friend from the Night City, who, like Gaspard himself, has glimpsed the chance to do something extraordinary that will disrupt the timeline of the universe. A virtual performance that is as human and tender as it is intellectually playful, Sea of Tranquility is a novel of time travel and metaphysics that precisely captures the reality of our current moment. This already has starred reviews from Kirkus, Booklist, and Publishers Weekly. We are also buying the audiobook version because in addition to being one of the most acclaimed books of the year it came out, Station 11 was also a bestseller. So we're expecting this one to be as well. That's why it's on the new book list. If you're interested in Sea of Tranquility, it comes out April 5th. We're going in order today, in case you can't tell. Also, a more, not even distribution, because you know how I've said before, the majority of the books will be released on the first Tuesday of the month. They're actually spread out in April. Don't know why. I don't know if that's a change because we're exiting pandemic times or if it's a change overall. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? Okay. I have no idea what that was. Sister Stardust by Jane Green. From afar, Talitha's life seemed perfect. In her 20s and already a famous model and actress, she moved from London to a palace in Marrakesh with her husband Paul Getty, the famous oil heir. There she presided over a swirling expat scene filled with music, art, free love, and a counterculture taking root across the world. When Claire arrives in London from her small town, she never expects to cross paths with a woman as magnetic as Talitha Getty. Yearning for the adventure and independence, she's swept off to Marrakesh, where the two become kindred spirits. But beneath Talitha's glamorous facade lurks a darkness few can understand. As their friendship blossoms and the two grow closer, the realities of Talitha's precarious existence set off a chain of dangerous events that could alter Claire's life forever. This is inspired by a true story. It's also a debut novel, which is kind of a surprise. It's already on the new book list and is expected to be a hit. But, that's noteworthy. We are also buying the audiobook version, if you're interested in that. So if you're interested in Sister Stardust, it also comes out on April 5th. Moving on to Insomnia by Sarah, what do we think? Pinborough? Maybe? Possibly? Ish? Okay. Emma Averill loves her life. Her high-powered legal career, her two beautiful children, and her wonderful stay-at-home husband. But it wasn't always so perfect. They're also working on the HVAC system here. So it's possible there will be background noise. Because we can't catch a break. Anyway, when she was just 5 years old, Emma and her older sister went into foster care because of a horrific incident with their mother. Her sister can remember a time when their mother was loving and normal, but Emma can only remember her as one thing, a monster. And the monster emerged right around their mother's 40th birthday, the same age Emma is approaching now. Emma desperately wants to keep her successful life separate from her past, so she has always hidden her childhood trauma, but then she's unable to sleep and now losing time during the day, also one of the first symptoms her mother showed. Is this madness in her blood, just as her mother predicted? Could she end up hurting her family in her foggy, frenetic state? Or is she truly beginning to lose her mind? We are also buying the audiobook version of this one, so if you're interested in either the book or the audiobook, Insomnia comes out April 12th. Yeah. Moving on to the always popular #1 New York Times bestselling author, John Sanford, The Investigator. This is the first book in a new series and is connected to one of the other series, but because it's a new series, I went ahead and decided to talk about it. Apparently, this is the child of one of the investigators he's written another long mystery series about. So, By age 24, Letty Davenport has seen more action and uncovered more secrets than many law enforcement professionals. Now a recent Stanford grad with a master's in economics, she's restless and bored in a desk job for U.S. Senator Coles. Letty's ready to quit, but her skills have impressed Coles, and he offers her a carrot: feet-on-the-ground investigative work in conjunction with the Department of Homeland Security. Several oil companies in Texas have reported thefts of crude, Coles tells her. He isn't so much concerned with the oil as he is with the money. Who is selling the oil, and what are they doing with the profits? Rumor has it that a fairly ugly militia group, led by a woman known only as Lorelei, might be involved. Coles wants to know if the money is going to them, and if so, what are they planning? Letty is partnered with the DHS investigator John Kaiser, and they head to Texas. When the case quickly turns deadly, they know they're on the track of something bigger. Lorelei and her group have set in motion an explosive plan, and the clock is ticking down. We are also buying the audiobook version of this one as well. We're doing that with a lot of these. So if you're interested in The Investigator by John Sanford, it comes out April 12th. Okay. Beautiful by Danielle Steele, which I'm going to preface with, if you love Danielle Steele, keep reading Danielle Steele. Don't let me stop you. I think it's great. Go for it. But I gotta make fun of her a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Because the main character of this novel is called Veronique Vincent. And I'm sorry, but that is the name a parody chooses to create a Danielle Steele parody novel. Or maybe she just ran out of names. She is an incredibly prolific author, so anyway. Veronique Vincent is a star. At age 22, she is one of the most sought-after models in fashion, gracing the covers of magazines and walking the runways of haute couture shows across the globe. Yet despite being the consummate professional, Veronique wants little of the glamorous life that modeling affords her. The beloved daughter of a hardworking single mother, she has always preferred spending time at home or with her kind-hearted boyfriend to attending lavish parties. When a quick getaway presents a welcome break on the heels of Paris Fashion Week, and before a Vogue cover shoot in Tokyo, Veronique is thrilled, eager to escape the mayhem of her busy schedule. Then, out of nowhere, a tragic explosion at the airport in Brussels changes her life forever. The ruthless terrorist attack has the entire world on edge. Veronique finds herself hospitalized and alone, devastated to learn that the blast has killed both of the people she loved most. She is also forced to confront the harsh reality that she has been severely injured, her famous appearance forever altered. As she plunges into seclusion, the industry that once adored her believes her to have fallen off the map. In truth, she is struggling to find herself again after losing everything, and to discover what truly matters in life. But her mother's will, accompanied by a letter Veronique never knew existed, reveals long-held secrets, introducing her to a world she hadn't even known was possible. As Veronique forges bonds old and new, she begins to see a light beyond the darkness she has come to inhabit, finding peace in opportunities to help others and redefining for herself what beauty is and what it truly means to be beautiful. Danielle Steele presents a story of one woman's breathtaking perseverance in moving beyond tragedy to a life more meaningful than she ever could have imagined. We are also buying the large print edition of this book, so if you're interested in Beautiful by Danielle Steele, it comes out April 19th. All right. Another hits live stream, another Patterson book. Of course, although I think this is him by himself. Nope. J.D. Barker. Patterson and J.D. Barker, Death of the Black Widow. On his first night with Detroit PD, Officer Walter O'Brien is called to a murder scene. A terrified 20-year-old has bludgeoned her kidnapper with skill that shocks even O'Brien's veteran partner. The young woman is also a brilliant escape artist. Her bold flight from police custody makes the case impossible to solve, and, for Walter, even more impossible to forget. By the time Walter is promoted to detective, his fascination with the missing gray-eyed woman is approaching obsession. And when Walter discovers that he's not alone in his search, one thing is certain. The deadly string of secrets didn't begin in his home city, but he's going to make sure it ends there. We are buying the hardcover, but we're also buying the audiobook version and the large print version. If you want any of those, it should come out April 19th. Large print and audiobook may be a little slower, though. Just so you know. Blood Will Tell by Heather Chavez. School teacher and single mom Frankie Barrera has always been fiercely protective of her younger sister Izzy, whether Izzy wants her to be or not. But over the years, Izzy's risky choices have tested Frankie's loyalty. Never so much as on a night 5 years ago when a frantic phone call led Frankie to the scene of a car accident and a drunk and disoriented Izzy who couldn't remember a thing. Though 6 friends partied on the outskirts of town that night, one girl was never seen again. Now, an Amber Alert puts Frankie in the sights of the local police. Her truck has been described as the one used in the abduction of a girl from a neighboring town, and the only other person with access to Frankie's truck is Izzy. This time around, Frankie will have to decide what lengths she's willing to go to in order to protect Izzy, what lies she's willing to tell, and what secrets she's willing to keep, because the dangerous game that 6 friends once played on a warm summer night isn't over yet. Okay, if you're interested in Blood Will Tell, so far we're just getting the book. Let us know if you're interested in the audiobook or the large print, but it comes out April 26th. All right. An Honest Lie by Taryn Fisher. Lorraine, Rainey, lives at the top of Tiger Mountain. Remote, moody, cloistered in pine trees and fog. It's a sanctuary, a new life. She can hide from the disturbing past she wants to forget, if she's allowed to. When Rainey reluctantly agrees to a girls' weekend in Vegas, she's prepared for an exhausting parade of shots and slot machines. But after a wild night, her friend Braith doesn't come back to the hotel room. And then Rainey gets the text messages sent from Braith's phone. Someone has her. But Rainey is who they want, and Rainey knows why. What follows is a twisted, shocking journey on the knife edge of life and death. If she wants to save Braith and herself, the only way is to step back into the past. We're also getting the audiobook version of this one, so if you're interested in An Honest Lie, it comes out April 26th. All right, our penultimate book is a very popular author, especially at Mobile Public Library. I think she's visited us before, because we had a signed poster of hers in the reference office forever. The Good Left Undone by Adriana Trigiani. Matilda, the Cabrielli family's matriarch, has always been brusque and opinionated. Now, as she faces the end of her life, she is determined to share a long-held secret with her family about her own mother's great love story, with her childhood friend Silvo, and with a dashing Scottish sea captain, John Lowry McVickers, the father Matilda never knew. In the halcyon past, Dominica Cabrelli thrives in the coastal town of Viareggio. I can't roll my R's. Until her beloved home becomes unsafe when Italy teeters on the brink of World War II. Her journey takes her from the rocky shores of Marseille to the mystical beauty of Scotland to the dangers of wartime Liverpool, where Italian Scots are imprisoned without cause. As Dominica experiences love, loss, and grief while she longs for home. 100 years later, her daughter Matilda and her granddaughter Anina face the same big questions about life and their family's legacy, while Matilda contemplates what is worth fighting for. But Matilda is running out of time, and the two timelines intersect and weave together in unexpected and heartbreaking ways that lead the family to shocking revelations and ultimately redemption. If you're interested in The Good Left Undone, it comes out April 26th. That will, of course, be very popular. There's a lot of early, frenzy or buzz. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. About this one. The Children on the Hill by Jennifer. I looked up how to pronounce this yesterday, and now I can't quite remember, because it's not McMahon. It's something else. Macmanon? No idea. It's spelled McMahon. There you go. 1978. At her renowned treatment center in picturesque Vermont, the brilliant psychiatrist, Dr. Helen Hildreth, is acclaimed for her compassionate work with the mentally ill. But when she's home with her cherished grandchildren, Vi and Eric, she's just Gran. teaching them how to care for their pets, preparing them home-cooked meals, providing them with care and attention and love. Then one day, Gran brings home a child to stay with the family, Iris. Silent, hollow-eyed, skittish, and feral. She does not behave like a normal girl. Still, Violet is thrilled to have a new playmate. She and Eric invite Iris to join their monster club, where they catalog all kinds of monsters and dream up ways to defeat them. Before long, Iris begins to come out of her shell. She and Vi and Eric do everything together. Ride their bicycles, go to the drive-in, meet at their clubhouse in secret to hunt monsters. Because as Vi explains, monsters are everywhere. 2019. Lizzie Shelley, the host of a popular podcast, Monsters Among Us, is traveling to Vermont, where a young girl has been abducted, and a monster sighting has the town in an uproar. She's determined to hunt it down, because Lizzie knows better than anyone that monsters are real, and one of them is her very own sister. The Children on the Hill takes us on a breathtaking journey to face the primal fears that lurk within us all. This got a starred review from Publishers Weekly. We are also buying the audiobook if you're interested in that. The Children on the Hill comes out April 26th. All right, guys. That is our list for April hits for this week. I will be back next Tuesday with Yellow Labels, of course, mystery, suspense, and thriller. So you can join me then. You have 8 more minutes to join the giveaway. And yeah, I'll give out prizes and contact winners between 11:30 and noon. And I'll see everybody next week. Hopefully we'll have better luck, but we'll see. All right. Bye, guys.